Protesters clashed with police on Friday evening outside a federal detention center in Los Angeles after federal immigration authorities arrested 44 people. According to Associated Press, dozens of demonstrators gathered outside the center where they believed those arrested had been taken, chanting, "Set them free, let them stay," and holding signs that said, "ICE out of LA." Law enforcement officers carrying riot shields were seen using pepper spray and flashbangs to try to disperse the crowd. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers and agents executed search warrants at 3 locations, said Yasmeen Pitts O'Keefe, a spokesperson for Homeland Security Investigations. But immigration advocates said they were aware of arrests at 7 locations, including 2 Home Depots, a warehouse in the Fashion District and a donut shop, said Angelica Salas, executive director for the Coalition of Humane Immigrant Rights, or CHIRLA. In the Fashion District, agents served a search warrant at a business after they and a judge found there was probable cause the employer was using fictitious documents for some of its workers, U.S. Attorney's Office spokesperson Karen McAvoy confirmed. In Los Angeles, Mayor Karen Bass said the activity was meant to sow terror. Federal immigration authorities have been ramping up arrests across the country to fulfill President Donald Trump's promise of mass deportations. Todd Lyons, the head of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, defended his tactics earlier this week against criticism that authorities are being too heavy-handed. He has said ICE is averaging about 1,600 arrests per day and that the agency has arrested dangerous criminals. As President Donald Trump and Elon Musk argued on social media on Thursday, the world's richest man threatened to decommission a space capsule used to take astronauts and supplies to the International Space Station. According to Associated Press, after Trump threatened to cut government contracts given to Musk's SpaceX rocket company and his Starlink internet satellite services, Musk responded via X that SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. It's unclear how serious Musk's threat was. But the capsule, developed with the help of government contracts, is an important part of keeping the space station running. NASA also relies heavily on SpaceX for other programs, including launching science missions and, later this decade, returning astronauts to the surface of the Moon. SpaceX is the only U.S. company capable right now of transporting crews to and from the space station, using its 4-person Dragon capsules. Boeing's Starliner capsule has flown astronauts only once. Last year's test flight went so badly that the 2 NASA astronauts had to hitch a ride back to Earth via SpaceX in March, more than 9 months after launching last June. Starliner remains grounded as NASA decides whether to go with another test flight with cargo, rather than a crew. SpaceX also uses a Dragon capsule for its own privately run missions. The next one of those is due to fly next week on a trip chartered by Axiom Space, a Houston company. Cargo versions of the Dragon capsule are also used to ferry food and other supplies to the orbiting lab. Russia's Soyuz capsules are the only other means of getting crews to the space station right now. The Soyuz capsules hold 3 people at a time. For now, each Soyuz launch carries 2 Russians and 1 NASA astronaut, and each SpaceX launch has 1 Russian on board under a barter system. That way, in an emergency requiring a capsule to return, there is always someone from the US and Russia on board.
That does boil off in the hot air.
We are expecting LOX loading to last for just about another 30 seconds on board stage 2.
Standing by for the first launch of humans from Space Launch Complex 40.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, full power, and liftoff of Crew 9. Go SpaceX, go Falcon, go now.
We're also, of course, going to get ready for that nose cone opening, which will allow Dragon to dock with the International Space Station about 28 hours from now.
Sunset, so they are now in an orbital nighttime, flying about 260 statute miles over the Atlantic Ocean. They'll be crossing over Africa soon. This is a pretty cool view, as you can see a camera coming from Dragon and focusing on the docking port itself. So it looks like we are properly aligned. Standing by for the arrival of Crew 9 to the International Space Station.
We are also getting some pretty good views here of Dragon approaching station, even though we are in an orbital nighttime and it's pretty dark.
Freedom SpaceX on big leaps on capture confirmed.